Hello, guys. Welcome to the Witness Without Identity. Today, I'm going to talk about the Piers Morgan and Tucker Carlson interview. It's a pretty interesting interview. We have to see exactly what Piers is saying, and we're going to discuss it. This topic is kind of interesting for me. I don't know what to believe, guys. Is Meghan Markle innocent? Is the monarchy innocent? Who's guilty in this thing? I really don't know. Like it seems like this is the only fact that I have that is very strong for me that shows me that maybe Meghan Markle is not lying is that if she was lying, like about the family of Prince Harry, why would Prince Harry back her up? I don't think somebody's gonna back up their like I would not back up a woman that I just married to just bash my family. I'm gonna protect my family. Prince Harry is not protecting his family. I think the reason why is because something really did happen. So that's the way I feel. Like I mean, like some people say that like Piers Morgan say he doesn't believe in one word Megan is saying, but I don't put my trust in Megan. Like I understand Megan might have problem with the family. She's a woman of color, but Prince Harry joining Megan like a force and saying that it is true that there's racism, that's what destroys it. The key is on Prince Harry. That's what the whole thing is. So let's go. Let's look at the Piers Morgan interview and let's watch it. Let's and talk about it. Thank you.
About all of us and our right to say what we think is true in a supposedly free country. It was about free speech and the freedom of conscience. He, of course, is still editor at large at Daily Mail, and what he writes is still worth reading. But he's not on television right now. And again, that has implications for the freedom of speech around the world. Here's part of our conversation.
What I found was over 5 years, we trebled the ratings on Good Morning Britain. The last day, ironically, was, as you said, the first day we beat the BBC ever. And we had trebled our ratings. So you would have thought people might be thanking me. Instead, I was basically corralled into a position where I was told you've either got to apologise for effectively disbelieving Meghan Markle's version of events here, or your position is untenable and you have to leave. And my gut was, I was going to be damned if I was going to apologise for something that I believe. And I just wasn't going to go down that road. I've seen too many people, when they're bullied by the woke brigade, into apologising. We saw it with Sharon Osbourne. She was bullied into apologising for defending me against a disgusting slur that I'm a racist. And rather than the person who was accusing her apologising to me, Sharon Underwood, for accusing me falsely of being a racist, Sharon had to apologise for her passionate defence of me, and then she lost her job anyway. We saw recently the editor of Teen Vogue. Before she could even start, she apologised for years about stuff she tweeted as a 17-year-old kid. But that wasn't enough. So apologies don't ever get you anywhere. I don't believe Meghan Markle. Now, what I didn't know, and what was a fascinating thing to discover after I left, was that Meghan Markle, between the Monday and Tuesday, had made a personal complaint to the boss of ITV, Dame Carolyn McCall. I didn't know that. I was never told that. I don't know what pressure she was directly putting on, but she did, I know, personally contact her. I also know she had personally contacted, along with Prince Harry, Ofcom, which is a government regulatory body designed to regulate what we put out on news shows. So I was under attack from Miss Markle, both directly to my boss and to the government regulatory body, under attack to basically conform to her version of events. And I had to believe her. And if I didn't, I was a callous racist and I should be condemned and ultimately, as it turned out later that day, lose my job. And I think that's a pretty perilous slope.
Okay, guys. So you hear what he's saying now. Me, I personally feel that Meghan Markle called probably the station where Piers Morgan work, not really because she said that you have to conform to what she said. She feels that there are many people that suffer from suicide, and once Piers made a stupid mistake, I thought Piers was smarter than that. Once somebody plays the suicide card, it's over. Once somebody plays the suicide card, because we're talking about death, Piers. I don't understand how Piers doesn't have any sense of like any sense, because me it's like, because Piers, you have to understand something. What if you are wrong? That can happen too. Me, I find Meghan Markle to be very mysterious. She's a very mysterious woman, and like she goes to a party, Prince Harry fall in love with her. Like, come on, this is kind of weird. How many women can pull that trick? And she's a woman of color. I don't know if I'm wondering if Meghan Markle planned this whole thing, like, or did it happen like on a whim? Like, I don't know. So this is what I gotta say, guys. Piers Morgan is like he doesn't understand how society work today. There are things that you don't want to go get into, even if you believe it with all your heart. If somebody make a complaint about suicide has to do with death. You cannot say you don't believe her. Even though you don't believe her, but you cannot say that on television. It's not everything on television that you have to say. Because you have to understand this has to do with death. What if, Pierce, let's look at it the other way. Let's look at it the Meghan Markle way. Let's say that it is without a shadow of a doubt that she felt that she was going to commit suicide. But guess what, Pierce? I'm going to say something else too. I also feel that Meghan Markle has emotional problem. She's not a normal woman. Maybe she's not strong. I don't think Meghan Markle is a strong woman that can deal with Twitter and all that. She's like a very weak, privileged, woman maybe, and she complains about everything. Maybe that's what it is. And then those kind of people, those kind of women are going to commit suicide. They cannot take anything. I think it could be that too. I think it could be that it was true that she was committing suicide, but it's for her it's tough, but for other people, probably other people will be able to deal with that kind of like onslaught on Twitter. But I don't think Meghan Markle is built for that. I've looked at the Oprah interview. She Meghan Markle feels very the way she sounds to me, it's like she doesn't sound like a woman that is like strong. Like she's a good person, she's a sweet person, but she doesn't give me that vibe of like women that have thick skin. She doesn't have a thick skin. It looks like everything bothers her. Twitter bothers her. Facebook bothers her. The ads bother her. She go to tennis, when she goes plays tennis, that bothers her. You're not supposed to do that. She's gonna start crying now. I think that's what Meghan Markle is like. I think she's a good person. She really felt that she wanted to commit suicide, but I think she cries a lot. She loves to cry. Just like Kamala Harris like to laugh, Meghan Markle likes to cry. And stuff like that. So and basically what I'm saying is like if it was okay, let's look at it this way. I want to ask you guys a question. Let's look at Kamala Harris. Let's say it was Kamala Harris that was Meghan Markle and Prince Harry wanted to marry. Do you think Kamala Harris would say, "Oh, I cannot take it. Twitter was mean to me"? Kamala Harris doesn't care about that. She's a tough girl. She laughs all the time. You know what I'm saying? She's built for that. I think there's a little bit of that too with Meghan Markle. So that's what makes the case very difficult for many people to diagnose. The case with Meghan Markle is that yes, there's racism in the monarchy. Yes, there was things that were said, but those things that were said are not like egregious to me. Not, no, I really don't. And I understand some people in the black community might disagree with me. You hear those things all the time. They're not surprising. It's not like a surprise. Things that are shocking when it comes to racism, I can show you racism that are shocking that is still happening these days. The soccer players that are playing soccer in Europe, where they throw bananas at them, that is shocking. That is egregious. That is unbelievably. It's unbelievable. You cannot overcome that. That's too much because you have an audience in the soccer field of 300 million people. This is not on Twitter. This is live people throwing banana, calling you monkey. That's the worst thing. Okay, so the stuff about Meghan being a princess and she hears a couple of criticism about her, I don't think that's enough. But I also believe her. I do believe her. I do believe that she tried to commit suicide because she's not like she has issues, and maybe because of her dad. Her dad did not really love her. So if you don't love your kid, you're gonna create like somebody that's always crying, somebody that's weak. I mean, I think that's what's going on. That's my view, guys. Have a good day. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.